Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining and welcome to our second Product Insights webinar of the year. We plan to run more later on in the year, and really the goal of these webinars is to introduce you to our product team and to shed light on some of our products, whether that be core functional products like automated bank feeds or new product enhancements such as account name verification. So as a quick introduction then, my name's Ash. I'm a product manager here at AccessPay and I work on our cash management product. And today I'll be covering automated bank feeds. And I'm here today with Nav.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Nav. I sit in our pre-sales team here at AccessPay, and today I'll be running through the account name verification tool. So yeah, just a top tip for all our AccessPay users. BACS payments can actually be uploaded 30 days in advance, and you can do this by enabling a manual date selection feature in your workflow. A typical use case for this is if the person responsible for processing payroll is going to be out at the end of the month, for example, they can upload the payroll file to AccessPay as usual, but select a future payment date just to ensure that it's going to get paid out on the correct date and not have to worry about getting someone else to process the file at the end of the month. So yeah, it's a really kind of good workaround. If you think that's useful, please reach out to your support team and can get that enabled for you.
Thanks, Nav. So automated bank feeds then, why out of all the products and features that AccessPay offer are we focusing on automated bank feeds today? Well, it's really to do with timing. And I'm sure we're all aware, or I hope we're all aware of the impeding deadlines for ISO 20022 and specifically CAMT. We see this as a massive change and a massive opportunity, and we're really at the forefront of this. So really what we want to do today, highlight an automated bank feed in the context of that and how this can help you in your ISO transition. So what are automated bank feeds? Essentially, it's just a connection between your bank and your back office system, whether that be an ERP, TMS, or other cash management tool, such as AccessPay. And it sounds simple, but it's really not. It's a hard problem to solve, and that's where AccessPay come in. So essentially, AccessPay sits in the middle as a connector, as a conduit between your bank data and your back office systems. And there's two ways we do this. So we essentially take bank statement data from your bank and feed it into your back office system. First of all, we can do this as is, so we can get that raw statement data and feed it straight into your system. But depending on your business and data requirements, we can do some data transformation. So, for example, there might be some data included in the statement file that isn't compatible with your back office system, so we can remove that. Additionally, if some of that data requires enhancement or enrichment, we can also do that too as part of our data transformation platform. So thinking about the benefits then at a high level, it's probably important to set the context here. So when we think about banking estate for corporates, we've got banks sometimes in different geolocations with many different accounts and operated by all sorts of different teams. So what this leads to is a fragmented banking infrastructure. What bank connectivity does and automating your bank statement data feeds is introduce interoperability. So you can collate all of that data in an aggregated, centralized system to make more informed decisions and increase operational efficiency. Specifically, one of the main things we see benefits in here is automated reconciliation and reconciliation accuracy. So who typically derives value from automated bank feeds? Well, treasury teams, for one. The role of a treasurer really is to manage a company's cash position and make sure they've got enough liquidity to fund the daily business operations. And then once doing that, seeing how much residual cash they have lying around so they can deploy that into different investment vehicles to optimize the company's cash position. Now, all the treasurers on the call today will attest that this is no mean feat. This is a hard task to achieve, especially when operating a segmented banking infrastructure. And what this means is that treasury teams spend countless hours each day manually downloading statements from different banking portals to then upload them into their back office systems. Now, treasury teams should not be spending countless hours a day doing this for a couple of different reasons. Firstly, there's inherent risk in terms of fraud and error risk in this manual process. So what we're trying to do is automate this process so treasurers can focus more on strategic decisions based on accurate and available data. And the crux of what we're really trying to get to here is the importance of accurate quality data in business decisions. Now, that's true at a high level for treasurers, but it's also really important, especially when we think about CAMT and all the additional granular data at the business level. So we're going to explore a couple of specific use cases in financial services now. So firstly, insurance. So what we try to do here in this UI is articulate how an insurance firm might pull this granular data into their back office systems and display it. So at the top, we've got some really important metrics that are critical to insurance firms' growth and insights. So for example, days to pay out, understanding exactly how long it's taken to pay different customers and optimizing this essentially increases customer experience and boosts retention. And then there's some other sort of risk profile things in here. So like demographics, for example, or different products and which products are performing well or exposed to risk in different geographies. And this is all derived from that additional rich CAMT data. Another really important use case is lenders. And this is something we're seeing more of in our customer base, asking for this enriched CAMT data that we can automate through automated bank feeds. Again, sort of the same as insurance, but this is a lot more critical in terms of where lending products, the way in which lending products are structured. So whether that be in different portfolios or different lending products, such as mortgages, understanding at a granular level the bank statement data and where risks arise enable lenders to change their products and make sure that they're targeting the specific segments at the specific rates. So it's a risk-adjusted product. Without this sort of granular level data, lenders might, make poor informed lend decisions. So they might lend to someone who's a higher risk than they perceive, or reject someone who's actually not that much of a risk at all. But getting this granular level data helps lenders make these more informed decisions on a risk-adjusted basis. And then so we've covered automated bank feeds, what they do, who they're for, and how they're used. We really just wanted to shed light on our vision again now. So we've talked briefly a couple of times about ISO 20022, and we just wanted to again highlight that we are really trying to lead the industry discussion on this and understand from your point of view exactly your pain points and how we can fit into your workflow to improve your data quality and ultimately the decisions that your business is making. And to do this, we're enhancing our API to deliver full CAM52 and CAM53 files directly into your back office system in any way possible, any way that you want. Also, get an instant credit and debit notifications via CAM54s, and this enables a real-time balance, enabling you to make more in-depth automated decisions. So if we again look at lending, we know a lot of lending products now are becoming more automated, and that's exactly what we're trying to achieve and help you achieve. And then at a high level, bringing everything sort of together, data transformation. This is the core value add of our bank connectivity and automation product. So essentially, any data that is received in a file, we can get that into you, in any which way you want via any connectivity means. So that's it for automated bank feeds, and I'm going to hand over to Nav now to talk about account name verification service.
Cool, thanks, Ash. So yeah, let's move on to account name verification. So what is account name verification? It's a name checking service for UK-based payments, which provides customers greater assurance that they are sending payments to the intended person or business. And the idea of account name verification, like when you're making a payment via your mobile banking app, is to avoid helping. Oh God, sorry. We might have to skip that a little bit. The idea of account name verification, like when you're making a payment via your mobile banking app, is to help avoid making accidental misdirected payments to the wrong account holder, as well as providing an additional layer of security to protect against potential fraudulent transactions as well. As you all know, because authorized push payment fraud, APP, and fraudulent attempts in general are very prevalent at the moment, we've seen a large uptake from businesses who have opted to use our account name verification tool. And they're either integrating the tool into their KYC checks when onboarding a new beneficiary, or carrying out data cleansers on their existing data, or just verifying an account before making a payment. So we've got a number of kind of different use cases for account name verification. Here at AccessPay, we have our in-platform account name verification tool. So that's a module which sits in our payments platform. Within there, you can make both single and bulk account checks. And now we've also expanded our API functionality to include an account name verification endpoint as well. So what that basically means is you can now integrate our open API within your own back office system, and so verify beneficiary bank details when onboarding a new supplier or a new customer within your own ERP or CRM or whatever back office system you're using, without actually having to log into AccessPay. As I mentioned earlier, we have a number of customers using this tool with different use cases. So Maria Miliband, who are a well-known UK-based care group and are one of our customers, have been utilising this tool. They process their BACS payments through AccessPay. So that's payroll, direct debits, and also some same-day payments too. They use the tool to make sure they're paying the right person or business. And the reason they're doing this is because they're manually entering details into their accounting software. And of course, everyone's human. Everyone can make a mistake when keying details in, or just be a victim to a fraudulent attempt. And so Maria Miliband described our account name verification tool as providing an extra safety net before making payments. So I'm sure you all want to see what our account name verification tool looks like. I'll start in our in-platform module. So hopefully you can see our payments platform here. So the in-platform account name verification tool is a standalone tool. And what I mean by that is it's here in our fraud and error section within our payments platform, but it's not embedded into the payments journey. And the reason we've kind of prioritized this workflow first is because most of the customers we speak to want to check accounts and validate accounts before creating their payment instruction. So how we see customers using this, they come into here, they log into AccessPay, they verify their account details that they're going to pay, and then they process the payments through AccessPay. So on the left-hand side here, we've got a single check. So within here, you can just stick in your account number. So I've put that in there. I'm just going to put my own details in here, put my sort code in there, personal or business. It's personal in this case. I'm going to put my name. I can then add a reference, which is an internal reference. Let's just say this is a payroll, and then hit perform single check. And then we've got a match, which is great because these are actually my details. So that's perfect. Imagine I kind of spelt the name wrong. So I may have like missed out a couple of characters. If I then perform the check again, this will lead to a partial match, and this account is registered to Navpreet Cheema. So we actually use industry standard fuzzy logic, and that basically determines whether something's a match, a no match, or a partial match. So imagine if someone's trying to get paid on, or trying to pretend there's somebody else. So imagine I put in a completely different name which doesn't match the details above. That will give me a no match. And then of course you can ring the beneficiary or the supplier and just double check that the details they've given are correct. So that's a single check. On the right hand side here, we've gone one step further with this, and we've enabled a bulk upload. So you can download the bulk upload file by clicking that button there, and it's a really kind of simple CSV, which you can then fill out with 10, 100, 1,000 accounts. It's up to you. I just added a couple of accounts to upload. So you can see here, we've got 3 accounts within there. If I go ahead and actually upload this file, perfect, I've done that. The file has finished uploading. Click the View Previous Checks Made button to view the results. Within the View Previous Checks Made, you can see all the accounts that you've checked and the results over the last 7 days. So if I just jump into there, I can see the 3 accounts that I've just checked there. So Alex Jones, James Smith, and Navpreet Cheema. We've got a no match, a no match, and a match. We can see the details. And then you can see when we've made that check, so that was just a minute ago, by who, and then the file name that the accounts were included in. And then I actually can go in and download these locally into a kind of a CSV for audit purposes, or I can select that bulk button there scroll to the bottom and download that. So yeah, as I said, that's great for audit purposes. So that's our in-platform account name verification tool. We've also got our open API, which you can embed into your back office system, so you can make checks within your own ERP or CRM. If I just jump into there for you, just to show you what that looks like, you can see here we have a specific endpoint for account name verification. As you can see, we actually only need a couple of data points, and we will then provide a response and a reason code. In this example, we're checking J Sterling Deep. We have returned a P8NM reason code, which basically means that the personal account matches, but it was actually entered as a business account, as you can see there. So we will provide you a list of reason codes, full API developer documentation, sandbox for testing, and of course support to make integrating with our API as seamless as possible. So yeah, just to finally sum up the benefits of account name verification, it first reduces the risk of manual errors, and the reason is because you can easily identify where details are incorrect. It reduces manual touch points. As you can see, the API basically, you can basically utilize the API and check accounts within your own back office system, which means you're avoiding disruption to existing workflows and help streamline operations. And finally, reduce the risk of fraud, as account name verification will quickly highlight if someone is pretending to be someone else or pretending to be a particular company just so you pay them. So that's everything. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to know more, please do reach out to your account manager or send us an email to customersuccess@accesspay.com, and we'll be happy to help.
Thanks again to everyone joining. We hope you've took some useful information away from today's webinar, and we look forward to seeing you later on in the year in the next Product Insights webinar. Thanks.
Thank you.